Do you find like the level of pontification and punditry about what might happen with these things is helpful or harmful to our media conversation?
I
Like
I, uh,
like
I
everyone's like
gotta tell
CNN's
you,
gonna demise, CBS is gonna like
yeah, no,
is it
sometimes
self-fulfilling
like,
prophecy or
yeah, in the dead of winter, I get into my freezing car and I bring in a pizza and a soda and something, and I shiver and I cower and I want a weighted blanket, and I hear Oliver Darcy or Ben Smith or somebody talk about the demise of our industry. And I think, gosh, back in the day, I remember there was something great to doing a TV hit. They would send the black car. The green room would be stocked with luscious fruits and chocolates and Starbucks coffee, and you'd meet someone. And again, I wonder if it's so reductionist to this point that we're just avatars on a tablet, or a riverside session. There's really, people talk about it, the monoculture, which is what I want to get
yeah.
at. It's so hard to compete, to be part of the conversation the way you have.
Yeah, and it's hard to stay part of the conversation. It's one thing to get in, it's hard to stay part of it, but I also don't think you can constantly be trying to be part of the conversation because I think people are sick of that model of algorithm charged, algorithm feeding. Look, I worry about a world in which we all have to become influencers. Nobody, even I had to push back our time by 15 minutes because I was like, I need to now like go get ready to be on your show. And I don't even look that good. I just came from the gym. I think that I worry about it also because if all of us are broadcasting, who's watching, who's listening, whose minds are we reaching and, helping inform? I think that I didn't ever aspire to be on mic or even on camera. Like it kind of happened organically. And then once I had a taste of it, I was like, well, if I'm writing these questions, like and I knew I could use my voice on mic. I'm like, well, I want to know what the answers are. I want to push in my own way, or I want to ask them in my own way. And so it was kind of a natural progression for me. But I don't think that everyone needs to be the kind of viral influencer that we're sold and that newsrooms right now are running a kind of like America's Got Talent competition to become. I think actually audiences are really hungry for informative conversations, some of which happen to go viral and some of which don't you know, some of which touch a nerve, some of which don't, but they trust the person that is telling them the thing. I also think every time there's a massive amount of innovation, I'm actually like bullish on audio only podcasts. I'm bullish on print, like actual physical print right now.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of comeback of these things. I think also one of my great, in my time covering tech and media, one of my big critiques of media is like that we have gotten into a world where we're all going to project what the future is going to be like. And I think it's often very doomsday, not just for people in media, but how we talk about politics, how we talk about elections, how we talk about climate, how we talk about everything. And I think people are hungry for some hope and some optimism. It doesn't mean that they want to be lied to or misinformed, but it does mean that like I don't think that we know with certainty or that commentators or pundits know with certainty when they're projecting all the terrible things. And I think sometimes we overreach on that
So, I mean,
coverage.
and it sounds a little cheesy, but I get the impression that it's real. Is that your true north, your compass in this is your own curiosity. You're
Yeah.
legit interested in these questions that you're throwing out there. You're not thinking about the potential virality or the scalability or
No.
how big it's going to echo chamber.
No, let me tell you, like the genesis of this show is really the idea that the dumbest thing you can be is a know-it-all, and that we live in a world which we are so empowered with information in our fingertips that we have stopped. We are innately curious, but we're asking all these questions to our device, and that device is charged with algorithms that feed you what you want to see. So to be genuinely curious, you need to kind of break out and make curiosity communal again, make it cool again, talk to different points of views. And I think that, or talk to people with different points of view. And I think all of that is possible in conversation, in real life, human conversation. And that's really where the show came from. I'm smart about some things, I'm dumb about lots of things, and I'm curious about everything. And that's really what the show is about.